Communication is not a one-size-fits-all affair, especially when it comes to communicating with men. Welcome to this insightful journey where we explore the intricacies of communicating with men. Let's dive right into it. Now, it's essential to understand that men's communication styles can be quite different from women's. It's not about who's right or wrong, rather, it's about embracing these differences to foster effective communication. So, what are these differences? First off, many men tend to be more direct in their communication. They value clear, concise language, and they often prefer to get straight to the point. This isn't to say that they don't appreciate a good conversation, but when it comes to communicating, the emphasis is often on the information being conveyed rather than the process of conversation itself. But communication isn't just about words. Nonverbal cues play a significant role in how men communicate. A firm handshake, a pat on the back, or even a simple nod can carry a lot of weight in a conversation with a man. These actions often speak louder than words, and understanding the significance of these cues can be incredibly beneficial. One thing to remember is that these are not hard and fast rules. Everyone is unique and communicates in their own way. However, understanding these general tendencies can be a powerful tool in your communication arsenal. The key here is to appreciate these differences and adapt accordingly. It's about recognizing that men and women, while both human, may have different communication styles. It's about learning to navigate these differences, to listen, to understand, and to respond in a way that fosters clear and effective communication. So as we delve deeper into this topic, remember that understanding these differences is the foundation of effective communication. It's not about changing who you are, but about understanding and adapting to how others communicate. Understanding these differences is the first step to effective communication with men. Stay tuned as we continue this journey into the art of communicating with men. Active listening is a key skill in any conversation, and it is particularly important when communicating with men. You might be wondering, what exactly is active listening? Well, it's not just about hearing the words that are spoken. It's about truly understanding the message being conveyed. It's about being present, paying full attention, and showing genuine interest in what the other person is saying. In the context of communicating with men, active listening is a game changer. It's not uncommon for men to be more reserved in expressing their feelings and thoughts. Active listening can bridge that gap, making them feel heard and understood. Let's delve a little deeper into how to master this art. First and foremost, give your full attention. This means putting away distractions like your phone or your thoughts about what to cook for dinner. Focus on the speaker, the words they're saying, and the emotions they're expressing. Next, show your interest. This can be done through nodding, maintaining eye contact, or using small verbal cues like "uh-huh" or "I see." This does not only keep the conversation flowing, but also reassures the speaker that you are engaged and interested in what they have to say. Lastly, provide feedback. This doesn't mean you have to agree with everything that's said. Rather, it's about reflecting on what's been shared and providing thoughtful responses. You could say something like, "What I'm hearing is," or "It sounds like you're feeling." This shows that you're not just passively receiving information, but actively participating in the conversation. Active listening is like a dance. It's about moving in sync with your partner, anticipating their moves, and responding in a way that complements their rhythm. It's not about dominating the conversation or waiting for your turn to speak. It's about creating a space where both parties feel heard, understood, and valued. Active listening not only shows respect, but also builds trust and understanding. It's a skill that, when practiced consistently, can significantly improve your communication with men, and indeed, with anyone you interact with. So, why not give it a try? When it comes to communicating with men, being direct can be very effective. This is not to say that subtlety has no place in conversation, but rather to emphasize the value of clarity and straightforwardness. Let's delve a little deeper into what being direct entails. It's about stating your thoughts, needs, and expectations explicitly, without leaving room for ambiguity. It's about getting to the point without beating around the bush. It's about saying what you mean and meaning what you say. Take, for instance, a situation where you need to convey dissatisfaction about something. Instead of using vague phrases like, "I wish things were different," being direct would involve stating precisely what you're unhappy about and suggesting concrete ways to address the issue. Now, being direct is not synonymous with being confrontational or aggressive. It's possible to be assertive without being offensive. The key lies in the choice of words, tone, and timing. For example, starting your sentence with "I feel" or "I believe" can help express your viewpoint without attacking the other person's perspective. Moreover, timing is crucial. Opt for a calm and relaxed setting where the other party is more likely to be receptive to your words. And remember, it's not just about speaking your mind, but also about listening to the other person's viewpoint. Being direct, however, does not warrant insensitivity. It's important to be mindful of the other person's feelings and to convey your message with kindness and respect. The power of directness lies in its ability to prevent misunderstandings and misinterpretations. It paves the way for an open and honest dialogue where both parties can express themselves freely and understand each other better. It saves time by eliminating the need for guesswork and assumptions. So, the next time you find yourself in a conversation, remember the power of directness. Say what you mean what you say, but don't say it mean. Being direct can save time, prevent misunderstandings, and foster a more open dialogue. Communication is not just about words. Nonverbal cues play a significant role too. In the dance of conversation, words might lead, but nonverbal cues choreograph the rhythm. They're the silent whispers that give context to our spoken words, and when we're communicating with men, they can be a game changer. Imagine body language as the unspoken dialogue. It's the way we position ourselves, the gestures we use, the distance we keep. It's a powerful tool that can either amplify our message or contradict it. So when you're in a conversation, be mindful of your posture. A relaxed stance can convey comfort and openness, while crossed arms might signal defensiveness. But remember, it's not just about your body language. Observing a man's posture and gestures can provide valuable insight into his thoughts and feelings. Now, let's talk about the tone of voice. It's like the melody that carries our words. It can turn a simple hello into a warm greeting or a cold dismissal. So, when you're speaking, try to keep your tone consistent with your message. If you're expressing concern, let your voice reflect that. And when listening, tune into the nuances in a man's tone. It might reveal emotions that his words don't. Finally, facial expressions, the billboards of our emotions, a smile, a frown, a raised eyebrow, these are universal languages we all understand. They can reinforce our words or betray our true feelings. So when you're interacting with a man, pay attention to his facial expressions. They could offer a glimpse into his emotional landscape. In the end, it's all about being present, observant, and receptive. It's about understanding that communication is a two-way street, and that every conversation is an exchange of words, of emotions, of nonverbal cues. Nonverbal cues can often say more than words. Paying attention to them can greatly improve your communication with men. And at the heart of effective communication with anyone, including men, are respect and empathy. Indeed, these two elements form the backbone of any successful interaction. When we talk about respect, it's not just about treating the other person with politeness. It's about acknowledging their thoughts, feelings, and experiences as valid and important. It's about giving them the space to express themselves without interruption or judgment. And it's about accepting their viewpoint, even if it differs from your own. Empathy, on the other hand, is about stepping into the other person's shoes. It's about trying to understand their experiences, emotions, and perspectives from their point of view. When you empathize with someone, it shows that you care about their feelings and are willing to understand their point of view. Let's consider an example. Say you're having a conversation with a man about a subject you both feel strongly about, but from different perspectives. Demonstrating respect could look like letting him speak without interruption, acknowledging his points and refraining from derogatory or dismissive language. Empathy in this situation could be shown by genuinely trying to understand his viewpoint, asking thoughtful questions, and validating his feelings. Another example could be a simple everyday conversation. You can show respect by giving the man your undivided attention, by not looking at your phone or getting distracted. Empathy can be displayed by acknowledging his feelings or experiences, such as saying, "That sounds tough. I can see why you'd feel that way." The beauty of respect and empathy is that they not only foster better communication, but also deepen relationships. They build trust, encourage openness, and create a safe space for honest and meaningful conversations. Remember, effective communication is not just about getting your point across, but also about understanding and respecting the other person's perspective. By incorporating respect and empathy in your conversations, you're not only communicating effectively, but also building stronger, more meaningful connections.